Burton J. Smith was already a navigator for the United States Army Air Forces on August 24, 1943, the date of this letter. Burton was writing this love letter to his fiancée, Willametta Turnipseed. At the time of this letter, Burton had yet to be sent overseas. He was still stationed in the United States, most likely to finish up his training. Burton writes that he had just returned from a flight to Strother Field in Winfield, Kansas. He does not specify where he returned to, just that he has. This leads to the assumption that Burton either cannot say where he is stationed, or, since he is writing to his future wife, he did not feel the need to, as he probably already told her in a previous letter. Due to this flight mission, Burton returns late and is only able to get 4 hours of sleep before he is required to be on alert to fly. He also draws Willametta a little airplane in between the first and second paragraphs. After this, he does not mention flying or the war in the rest of his letter. Both the picture and the lack of reference to flying and the war shows that Burton does not want Willametta to worry about him or what he is doing. He just wants her to know that he cares. The war in Europe had been raging for 4 years at the time of the letter. 1 month before the letter was written, Benito Mussolini had been overthrown by King Emmanuel III. In an attempt to save his own life, his Allied forces had entered Sicily. Mussolini was quickly replaced with Marshal Pietro Badoglio. While Burton undoubtedly played no role in the invasion and overthrowing of Italy and Mussolini, it was still an incredibly significant milestone for the Allied forces, of which Burton was a member of. Most of Burton's love letter is centered around how much he misses Willametta. He talks about how he will spoil her by giving her his corn on the cob, of which he's not a real big fan of. Later on in the letter, he writes, "I will be dreaming of us, because that's one place we can be together, which will relax me more than anything." This shows just how much Burton cares for and misses his fiancée. He also talks about their future together. He writes about how she will be surprised at how he spoils her, even though he does not like that word. He also talks about how stubborn he is and how he will take a good deal of luring with. This shows that while he still loves and cares about her, and will do almost anything to make her happy, he is still a guy and will be just as stubborn as any other guy would be. Strother Army Airfield in Winfield, Kansas was a World War II training base of the United States Army Air Forces Central Training Command. Strother Field was home to a basic flying school, which is possibly why Burton was there in the first place. Military use at Strother Field ended in March of 1958, and it's now a municipal airport for the cities of Winfield and Arkansas City, Kansas.